Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning viewer and if you are a new viewer, hello. I'm so happy you're here today. I haven't posted in a while, so I feel like it's fair to do sort of an introduction. My name is Kanise Thorn. I am a fashion designer and I'm currently in school for technical pattern design, which is pattern making. And I know that is a word that a lot of people don't understand if you're not like in the fashion industry, but it essentially means that we create the blueprint for clothes. We create the pattern that the seamstress then uses to make the pieces. I hope that makes sense. If you compared it to like the design space, you would be like the person who builds the home is a seamstress and the person who creates the blueprint for the home would be the pattern maker. So I am a full-time designer, but I wanted to develop more skills in pattern making because I feel like being a better pattern maker makes me a better designer. So I'm currently in school to develop more skills in the specifically surrounding pattern making. The sunscreen that I'm using is from Elta MD. This has been the only sunscreen that doesn't break me out. I have acne prone skin, as you can see, and I'm currently on a journey to not only clear my acne, but to get rid of the acne scars, because that's really my main issue. I have learned how to get better with not experiencing so much acne on my skin, but the scars just last a really long time. So sometime during this vlog, I'll show you the new products that I got that I'm just praying finally gets rid of all of these scars that I have from like previous acne. So like I said, this is the only sunscreen. It's on the pricier side. This one is $50, but right now it's on Amazon for 30% off. So I got two of them this time because again, this is the only sunscreen that I use, and I like that it's tinted because it doesn't leave a white cast. So if I'm going to Pilates and I'm not going to put foundation on top, this one is just good regardless because since it has that color in it, it blends in perfectly with my skin. I like to let it sit for a second just to make sure that it's like on my skin. This is an OG primer that I used like years ago and I recently just purchased it again for my batch weekend. But it's 10 a.m. I have class at 11 o'clock today. It's my shorter days, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I only have one class, my draping class, but I'm a little bit behind on one of the assignments in my pattern making class. So I did originally plan on going to campus early today so that I can finish the assignment that needs to be turned in on Monday, but I didn't leave out in time, so I'll be at class at my normal time today. I'm gonna keep it pretty light with my makeup. I usually do when I go to school, so I just put concealer on my acne scars and I just conceal under my eyes and my brows. I've been using the L'Oreal Infallible concealer, one lighter shade for under my brows and under my eyes, and then the other shade is like the exact same shade as my skin. So this weekend my goal is to essentially get everything back on track. I thrive on structure and productivity, and especially right now in the middle of my Saturn return, structure is essential. Saturn loves structure. I turned 29 in January, and 2 days after my birthday, my father passed away, and since then I've just been not doing anything. I haven't been working out. I haven't been studying my French. I've been going to school. That's like about the only thing that I've stayed on top of, but pretty much anything outside of that, I have not been up to like my normal routine. So this weekend, obviously I'm behind on some things. This weekend, my goal is to just kind of get everything back in order. I get my hair relaxed tomorrow, which I am so excited about because I was having setback after setback with my relaxed hair, and it wasn't like that when I first relaxed. I went back to relaxers in 2021, and my first year being back relaxed, I saw so much length retention. My hair was very healthy, and it's not unhealthy now, but like I said, I kept having setbacks. I realized for one, long-term protective styles are not for me, and I love braids in general. So earlier, the first half of last year, I wore a lot of like braids, especially knotless braids, and I think it's two reasons that causes my hair to break off. One, I think the synthetic hair obviously is very drying to my natural hair, but I think the main reason that my hair breaks off when I do like long protective styles is because I can't stick to my routine, and I have a very I'm not going to say intense hair routine, but it's a hair routine, you know. I wash my hair once a week. I do a protein treatment. I deep condition. That's my jam. In my first year of being back relaxed, I did that faithfully for a whole year, and my hair was doing very well. Not only was I retaining a lot of length, but it seemed like thicker. Like it seemed like it was thicker back then. So I'm like, okay, after the last setback that I had in like September, I was like, let me get back to what I did in the beginning, the basics essentially. And when I got my hair relaxed in December, I saw length retention, which is important. So tomorrow will be my second time going to this hairstylist, because that's another thing. I used to relax my own hair, and relaxing my own hair is not the problem, but I always trim on relaxer days, and I feel like I was doing pretty good with my trims. But I was like, okay, let me just start going to someone, because they can see better than I can. It's not that I can't, it's just kind of hard to see my entire head, obviously. So I like the amount of length that I retained during my last relaxer stretch. So I'm looking forward to my appointment tomorrow, and I'm just praying that there is no breakage, no setbacks, and that I am still retaining length, because that means that going back to my old routine is working for me. I do want to get like my blood panel, I think that's what it's called, to just make sure that I'm not deficient in any vitamins or anything like that. But we shall see. I wear this wig not just when I'm like about to get a relaxer, but this is for sure the wig that I wear during my relaxer week, because I obviously don't have any leave out. Typically I leave like my hairline out, because I'm not a huge fan of parts. Like I don't wear a middle part or a side part. I like my hair like going back, like away from my face. That's like that's just how I like to wear my hair. So typically I have like my hairline out and then my wig unit on. But when it's relaxed week, I don't leave any of my hair out. I don't apply any heat, nothing but my moisture at night. So that's why my hair is, I like this though. I do like this wig. I got it from Amazon. It's like the exact same color as my hair, and I really like this wig. I love this wig. It's inexpensive and it's super cute. Another thing is, this past week I have been a little late for school, which is not like me. I'm a very punctual person. So again, I need some structure in my life again. So this entire weekend is going to be about getting back on my, this stubborn guy right here, I don't know what caused this one, but I need it gone. Let's do pink today. This is Eclair by NYX. I'm gonna do pink today to switch it up. And I think I'm actually gonna make my cheeks a little bit pinker to just add some color into this fit. Yeah, that was a good decision. I kind of want to use this one from Juvia's Place. This is another one that I got for my batch weekend. It's like a bubblegum pink. I'm kind of scared to put it on because I already put powder on my face. My brush. Wet my face just a bit, because I hope this blends, because like I said, I already put my powder on, but I would just love some more pink in this fit. I think it just adds a nice touch. And then, oh, that's blended nicely. Oh, it's so pretty. And I really like to blend my blush up into, it's very like, was that the 80s? That was a trend where you had like blush like all through here. They were real crazy about the blush in the 80s. But I love it. I'm just gonna take whatever's left over and kind of just drag it around. I think that's really pretty. Show you the fit. This is the fit. I made this, I guess it's kind of like a handkerchief in this skirt, as well as this belt back in like May. I feel like this fit could do some more like navy blue. It would be great if I had like a navy blue cardigan or even like some navy blue heels. And then the shoes that I'm wearing are the ones I got for my bridal shower. Bless you. Thank you. They're just these lace mules. I think they're so cute. And I got these on Amazon. I think they were like $40, but I will link them down below. And then the perfume that I'm doing is J'adore by Dior. I love this stuff right here. It's from Lush, and it smells just like vanilla. But what I like more, and why I always wear it even when I'm wearing like perfume, it has like sparkles in it. It's wet right now, so you can't tell, but it just has like the prettiest sparkles in it. I love it. And the scent is really strong. I actually smelled it on somebody at school, and I'm like, somebody smells like, she smelled like Cinnabon. I'm like, who has Cinnabon? Does this have cinnamon in it? I don't know, but it smells like Cinnabon when I smelled it on her. Now that I wear it myself, it kind of just smells like a sweet cupcake. I really like that stuff. So I'm about to head out for class. Oh my God, class starts in 10 minutes. It is 10:47. and I haven't even eaten yet. So we need to go, and I will see you once we get to class.
Long as you got your eyes, got your trippy on them private jets, taking trips. Come back at 6, wake me and your child, and then won't lay today. Make me wonder who you might have been playing with. Makes me wonder who you think you're playing with. I'm just on myself to keep playing this record back over and over again. Swear that you changed, but I noticed the end.
Good morning. I hope you're doing well. It is 4:08 a.m. I did a meditation at 3:35 when I woke up. It was only a 10-minute long meditation today. I'm trying to I'm going to work my way back up to doing like 45 minutes minimum to an hour-long meditation over the next 2 weeks. Like I said, I've been off my A game for the past month, so even that 10-minute meditation today was a little bit hard for me to stay focused on the meditation. I already drank some warm water with lemon. Another thing, I noticed a lot of people are drinking like hot water with lemon. If you're drinking it for taste, that's like perfectly fine. But if you actually want the benefits of the lemon, when you put it in hot water, it ruins like a lot of the vitamins. So what I do is I use like half hot water and half room temperature water to like bring the temperature down to like warm instead of it being hot, because like I said, you don't actually get the benefits from the lemon if the water is too hot. So just food for thought. But I also made me an espresso, a latte with some oat milk. I get my oat milk from Trader Joe's. It's like a brown sugar oat milk. It is so good. But I've been trying to like lower my sugar tolerance, and I think it's time to like lower it even more, because I'm doing I'm doing 60 milligrams of my creamer in here with the coffee, and before I would do that mixed with like some oat milk. Now I'm down to just the creamer, and even now I feel like I can go to like 40 milligrams tomorrow, maybe 45. So tomorrow I'm gonna do 45 milligrams and see like if I still like my coffee. I was never a coffee girl, but once I started waking up at like 3 a.m. last year, I put a espresso machine on my wedding registry, and my aunt got it for us for our wedding, and I use it. I've used it every single day since then. I love that damn espresso machine, which is saying a lot because I was never a coffee girl. Like I was a tea girl, and I still love my tea, but these 3:30 mornings, this is like my cup of joy in the morning. So I usually wake up, I meditate usually for, like I said, like 45 minutes to an hour. So I'm usually done my meditation and sitting down right here around like 4:30, and then I read for an hour before starting my 10K steps for the day. Right now I am reading The Kite Runner. It is another historical fiction. Historical fiction is officially my favorite genre. So far this year I have read The Women by Kristen Hanna, and I also read 1,000 Splendid Suns by the same author. His name is Khalid, I hope I'm saying his name right, Khalid Hosseini. Like I said, the book I read before this was 1,000 Splendid Suns. It was so good. It was so freaking good. Historical fictions officially have me in a chokehold, which is like semi not surprising because I love history. So of course I love historical fictions. But when I first got back into reading a few years ago, because I grew up reading a lot, but school kind of ruined my relationship with reading, because in school you're like forced to read books that you don't enjoy. So I kind of like got out of reading for a while, but in 2023 I picked up books again, and I have not looked back since. But before, my favorite genre was romance. I love me a good romance book, but what has got me out of that is just the fact that romance books are very cliche. The couple gets together at the end, nobody dies, they don't break up. Like, I want to read romance that is like really, really pulling at my heartstrings, like If He Had Been With Me. I love that book. I like Abby Jimenez. I've read every single Abby Jimenez book, but I did feel like after a while it got kind of like redundant. But the first few books I read from her, like Part of Your World and Yours Truly, you want a good romance book? Abby Jimenez. Those two at least. Like I said, after that it started to feel a little bit redundant. But then I switched over and I started really liking thriller books, because I felt like they really, really kept me engaged and wanting more. But with both thrillers and most, not all, but most romance books that I read, once I'm done reading, I'm done with the characters. Like, I don't think about them, I don't care about them. They're pretty forgettable, especially the thriller books. They're really engaging while you're reading, but it's like once it's done, it's done. But with historical fictions, oh my god, the characters stay with me. I read my first historical fiction last summer. I read The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. It's a World War II historical fiction. So good. So good. So good. So for my birthday in January, my husband took me to Barnes & Noble's and I got, how many new books did I get? I want to say like 9 or 10 new books, I think. And I also got a gift from a friend of mine. She got me one of the books that was on my wish list. I'll show you later the books that I got for my birthday, but I think all of them, except for like, no, they weren't all historical fictions, but they were mostly historical fictions that I picked up for my birthday, because that's just where I'm at right now. So I'm really excited to dive into this book, which is what I'm about to do right now. I'm gonna read for an hour. This is like my morning. This is my time. You know, I read throughout the day as well. I read before I go to bed, but this 1 hour in the morning, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. My husband is still sleeping. I have my coffee. It's quiet. I have my water fountain right here. Usually when I'm done and I'm like working in my office and stuff, I light like my candles and everything. It's such a vibe. So I'm going to, it's 4:14 now, so I've been yapping for a couple of minutes. So I'm going to read for a little bit less than an hour today because I do have a hair appointment at 9 a.m. I'm so excited to get my relaxer. But I want to make sure that I get my workout in because I'm on a weight loss journey. I got on a treadmill this morning. We're going to talk about that some more once I get on the treadmill. We're going to talk more about my weight loss goals and like where I'm at and where we're going, everything like that. But right now I want to dive into my book. I also need to put my microphones on the camera. So I'll be back once I start walking on the treadmill. Okay, I'm gonna start a little slow while I'm talking and then I'm gonna send it up to the highest speed. So for starters, my weight loss goals. I got on the treadmill, I got on the scale this morning and I did not want to get on because like I said, I haven't been on my A game in like over a month at this point. And I was just afraid that I was gonna be a lot higher than I wanted to be, and I actually was surprised by the number. I got on the scale today and I was 219, and the heaviest I've been was 230. That was years ago in 2020. I have not been that heavy since, but usually over the past few years I've been kind of teetering around like 224, 222. That's been kind of like where I've been fluctuating. So being under 220 makes me feel a little bit better, even though it's not that far from like where I've been at. It's not what I expected it to be. So my goal is to lose about 50 to 60 pounds by the end of the school year, which is like the second week of May. So we have some ways to go. The main thing is going to be getting my steps in every morning. I already do Pilates. Pilates isn't really for me for like weight loss. I just really enjoy Pilates and being in a space with like all women. I'm so over the gym. I do not like the gym. I don't like men, and I don't want to be in a space that is dominated by men. So Pilates is like, I just love Pilates so much. I started going to Pilates last July and I'm in love again with Pilates. So the main thing for me is going to be, like I said, my 10K steps every morning, this is why I wake up at 3:30. Before I started walking every morning, I was waking up around like 5, but now I wake up at 3:30 so that I can get in an hour of meditation, an hour of reading, and then 2 hours on the treadmill before actually like starting like my work day. Biggest thing is going to be a calorie deficit. I already eat really clean. I have been for the past few years. I just eat a lot of food, you know what I'm saying? So you really can eat bullcrap every day if you wanted to, but as long as you're eating less than you are burning, then you're going to lose weight. So eating clean, working out is not my problem. It's just eating too much. So the main thing during this season of weight loss is going to be staying consistent with my calorie deficit. So yeah, I'm going to turn the treadmill up to the highest setting. I've been considering selling this walking pad for like a running pad, because it's at 3.8 right now. It doesn't have an incline, and this is the highest that it goes, and it usually takes me about a little under 2 hours. If I keep it at the highest setting the whole time, it usually takes me a little under 2 hours. But I like to kill two birds with one stone. So usually when I'm on the treadmill, I'm studying my French, which we will talk about later in the vlog, because I won't be studying French today. I'm gonna get my business taxes done for Rose Print and whatever other admin work I have to do. I know today on my schedule, I really need to finish my digital planner for the year, which again, we will talk about that a little bit later as well. I won't start on that right away, but another thing that I need to do is make myself some new bookmarks. I have one, so I read usually 2 books at a time, one fiction and one nonfiction book. I have a bookmark in my nonfiction book, but I don't have a bookmark. Right now I'm using a piece of mail and the historical fiction that I'm reading right now. And I have other bookmarks in here. I just don't know where they're at, but I'm gonna make me some new, I was about to order one from Amazon, and I was like, I can make them personalized. I can make some really nice bookmarks. So sometime today, I'm gonna get on Canva and design them. I will print it out, put it in some lamination paper, and then attach some tassels. It's gonna be super cute. But like I said, I'm about to walk, get in my 10,000 steps. I have my watch going, and the only reason it may take the full 2 hours, because I would love to keep it at this speed the whole time, but if I'm like working and like trying to type on my computer, it's kind of hard to keep it this fast the whole time. But I'm going to walk, and then and I know someone's going to ask, because anytime I tell my weight to somebody, they're like, no way you weigh 220 pounds. I am 5'9", because I know, again, someone is going to ask. I'm also, everybody is different. I carry well. I can say that. My weight goes to my thighs, which is a place that a lot of people, that's probably like the second best place you would want it to go. First your butt and your thighs. I am very thigh heavy. So for when I am tall, so that's why I don't look 220, but I'm also very thigh heavy, okay? Very thigh heavy, which I'm not even gonna say is a curse. I'm glad that majority of my weight goes to my thighs. However, I would like to be tiny. I don't mind my thighs and like my lower half being the bigger part of my body. I would prefer it that way, but I still would like to be a lot smaller. My goal isn't really to build glutes, build, you know, a bunch of muscle in my legs. I want to be pretty small. Right now, I am an extra large, top and bottom. I have been for pretty much all of my adult life. So my goal is to get my lower half down to like, right now I'm like a 12, kind of, maybe a 14, because I be pushing it. If I could get my lower half down to like an 8 might be too small, because I'm thinking like even in high school when I was at my goal weight, which in high school I have these pictures above my thing of like my goal weight. When I was in high school, my heaviest was 167 or like 170, and I think even back then I wore like a size 10 down bottom. So I don't know, either an 8 or a 10 bottom, which is a medium or a large. I don't know if my bottom will ever be a medium, and I'm not mad at that. But my top half, like my stomach and my arms, I can get that back down to like a small 6 up top, maybe an 8, but really like a 6. Get to a 6 up top, 8, 10 down bottom. That'd be great. I don't really, like I said, I don't really want to build glutes. I want to be, you know. So we shall see. I can say, I forgot the name of like the body type, because I know some people it's hard to gain weight, and some people it's hard to lose weight, and then people in the middle it's kind of easy to go one way or another. That's where I am. My body, if I go on a calorie deficit and stick to it, the weight will start melting off very easily. And if I'm like, okay, I need to gain some weight, I eat, it's easy for me to put on weight and it's easy for me to take off weight. So the main thing for me is just going to be stay consistent with my steps and my calorie deficit. We shall see. I need to do something productive. I feel like I'll be on a treadmill for 2 hours. Habit stack. Oh, wait a minute. Bridgerton, new season just dropped. Sorry, I'm about to watch Bridgerton. I forgot. And oh my God, I fucking forgot. I'm sorry. It's Friday. Scream 7 came out today. Listen, I am the biggest Scream fan. Do you understand me? Like, Scream is my it. I love Scream. The last one was terrible. Like, what do you mean 3 killers? That was just, it was silly. It was silly. 5 though, 5 was good. I love the whole legacy thing situation it had going on. I love that at the end they were in the house from the first. 5 was good. 6, what are you doing? So hopefully number 7 is good. But I say all that to say, right now I want to watch Bridgerton. Yeah, my husband and I will be going to the movie sometime today, so I'm going to figure out what time that will be because Scream 7 is out. So I'm going to keep my treadmill at the highest. If I'm going to be watching something instead of studying, working, keeping this treadmill up. I have my lemon water here. Bye. I will see you when my 10,000 steps is up. Right now, it is 5:08 a.m. Because, hold on. What do you mean, will you be my mistress? Are you dumb? Are you okay? Let's see what you gotta say. But yeah, it's 5:08. I'll be back when I get to 10,000 steps. It is 6:38 and we just finished our walk. The fitness app sometimes is a little delayed as far as how many steps I've gotten in, so I like to refresh it. It says right now it says that I've done 9,000. Right now it says that I've done 9,033 steps and 4.52 miles, but I know that it's going to be at 10,000 by the end of the day. And anytime I like see this when I'm walking and I like keep walking, by the time it refreshes I'm at like 12,000, which of course is not a problem. But I do want to like shower and maybe have some yogurt or something for breakfast. That's really all I have in here. We need to go grocery shopping. I really want to try some like marinated boiled eggs. I love boiled eggs, so I want to try the whole like soaking it in some soy sauce. And I really do want to try that like sweet potato thing with the like cheese in the middle. So if we do have time to go grocery shopping today, those are for sure some of the ingredients that I'm going to get. But I think all I have in here for breakfast is like yogurt, and I ate all the strawberries, so I don't even have any fruit for the yogurt. I might have to get something on the way to my hair appointment, which I really don't want to do because of like the calories. Like eating out, when you're in a calorie deficit, you might as well not eat out because everywhere just be high in calories. Even the healthy places, it's like 900 calories in a salad. Like, what type of salad is that? Granted, it'll have like grains in it, like quinoa, whatever the case may be. It took me a little bit less. So my watch says that I was walking for only 1 hour and 25 minutes, which is really good. I kept it at the high temperature for most of the walk, but I did turn it down a few times. But I took just one break. I had to use the bathroom. You know, I drank some coffee, so I had to use the bathroom for like 10-15 minutes. So that's actually really good. Total walking time, like I said, only 1 hour and 25 minutes and 4.31 miles. So I'm about to shower. I need my hair. Obviously, I'm like sweating. I'm gonna stretch first because I really want to be more flexible and get my mobility together, but we'll talk about all of that another time. But I'll need to shower and I need my hair to be dry because I can't have like damp hair when I'm about to get my hair relaxed. So I need to take this hat off and, you know, just let my hair kind of like air dry, and I'm gonna look crazy. So I probably won't come back on here until either I'm getting ready for my hair appointment or I'm at my hair appointment. So I will see you in a few.
Or we do any kind of chemical treatment.
I love that.
Yeah, I just like to put like a little buffer in between.
That week, I only use like a water base.
Okay.
Moisture, like a spray. Good. So that's why I was, good. Yeah.
When you're in, I can tell you need a little trim. But, yeah, I'm seeing it.
Hopefully it's not a bad one. We gotta treat it like a business and not always be so in our feelings about certain decisions. Some people just have a stream where they can play them type of games.
No, for sure.
And they don't have problems.
I mean, you have a head full of hair. Next minute, you don't have no hair.
Yeah. Yeah, because if I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna take good care of my hair. I gotta put them on every day. Tina who?
No.
What did he say about Tina?
Because she...
Hey friends, so I just realized that for this entire vlog while I'm walking around using my little mic, that I had it plugged into the headphone part, not the microphone part. So literally this morning when I was vlogging me on the treadmill, I was looking at the footage, I'm like, why is the treadmill so loud? I didn't have it plugged into the right thing. So I'm so sorry for the sound at the beginning of this video. And I had to test it out, like walked in my room with the microphone and I couldn't hear it. I'm like, what's going on? I had it plugged into the wrong jack. I'm so sorry. But it is 8:10 p.m. I took a nap that I wasn't supposed to take because I don't like taking naps because I feel like it throws off like my sleeping schedule and then I don't wake up at 3 like I'd like to. But today is going to work because my husband and I are going to see Scream. We were going to go directly after I finished getting my hair done, but it just didn't work out with our schedule. So we're going to see Scream 7 in like 2 hours. So I'm going to be up a little bit late tonight. So the nap kind of works out because then when I finally do go to sleep, I will be rested enough since I took a nap. And I was so tired today. I was going to have another cup of coffee. I was only supposed to be laying down for like 20 minutes. And next thing you know, it was like 2 hours that had passed. But I did what I needed to do for my business. I'm about to start working on the rest of the digital planner. I wasn't able to make it to school today because by the time I got out of my appointment at 8 and was about to go to school to work on my assignment, it was only like 2 hours left in the lab at school. So there's that. I don't know what I'm going to do. I hope campus is open tomorrow so I can at least get it out of my locker and possibly just do it at home because I really don't want to go in on Monday for my 8 a.m. class without having this assignment completed. But I was just on TikTok. I like going into like the rooms on TikTok. If you remember Clubhouse from like the 2021 is when I think that was like really popular. TikTok has kind of something like that now and I love it. I'm not gonna lie. I like TikTok because that's where I yap. That's where I give like my think pieces and I enjoy talking. I enjoy yapping and we were in a room basically about women over 30s like not having children and the question was basically like, is that a problem? Like, should we be alarmed? And I basically was just like, no. Like, I'm glad that women are not getting married, women are not having children, and women are realizing that marriage and children are optional. And I feel like if you're going to get married and you're going to have children, you need to be setting the standards. Realistically, you need to be setting the standards for just any romantic relationship that you're in. Like, even if you don't even want to get married, this is your show, babe. Like, this is your show. You should be setting the standards in your relationship and it's your program, not the other way around. So I'm glad that it seems like more women are waking up and realizing just how much power we have. Also, I know my hair. You're like, girl, you just left the salon. Why is your hair in a bun? If you're a relaxed hair girly, you already know the day you get a relaxer, your curls just, they're dropped. And I don't get my hair like straightened. I'll get it like curled, but it like dropped and it's fine. Like, I never wear my real hair out anyway. I'm not gonna say never. I very rarely wear my real hair out, but when I do, I like to do it like a month to 5 weeks after my relaxer when my roots have a little bit more texture so my hair has more volume, because right now it's just gonna look like so flat. I don't even want to take this bun out, but it's a fresh relaxer. It's going to look really, really flat. So yeah, that's why my hair is just, it's not going to last, which is perfectly fine with me. I get a relaxer so that my hair can be nice and straight and I can get my ends clipped, whatever the case may be. But yeah, there's something else that I wanted to talk about and I'm going to make a TikTok about it. But since I'm here, we could talk about it right now. So I realized that a lot of us don't actually have standards for our relationships. We actually have suggestions. And the reason I say it's a suggestion and not a standard, because you don't change your standards and you don't waver your standards when you are presented with a man or an opportunity. Your standards are what they are. But what a lot of us actually have is simply suggestions onto what we would like in a relationship, and we compromise and negotiate our own standards as soon as someone that we like gives us attention. And what made me think of this, something that I see a lot that really irritates me, and I get that everyone has their own set of standards, but just try to like stay with me here. I hate two things. One, I hate seeing a couple driving around and the woman is driving and the man is in the passenger seat. That's the first thing that I really hate seeing. The second thing that I really hate seeing is when a woman and a man are in the car together, whether she's driving or he's driving, and he doesn't open the door for her. That irritates me so bad. And the reason why I am directing this conversation towards women is for a few reasons. One, I don't talk to men, meaning like online, like my viewers are not men. And even if they were, I would try to change that because I don't care to talk to men. It's not my job as a woman to tell men how to be better men. They need to listen to other men, tell them how to be better men. So I'm going to talk to the girlies, and I'm giving this disclaimer because I feel like a lot of the times when I'm talking about relationship standards and things of that nature, sometimes women can feel like, well, why is this directed towards me? Why aren't we telling men to be better men? Why aren't we directing the heat towards them? And I will say this. For one, yes, the men need to be better men. However, along with the point that I just made about the fact that I'm talking to women and not men, men can only do what we allow them to do. No matter how you spin it or twist it, they can only do what we allow them to do. So when we get back to this conversation about men driving, the woman driving men around and men not opening the door for women, and I don't want anyone to feel shameful when I make this statement. It is the woman's fault if a man is not opening the door for you, because it's just simple as this. If opening the door is actually a requirement, the man would not be allowed to be in your space if he did not do said thing. Because I feel like having this conversation, some women may say, oh, men don't want to open the door. Some men don't want to open the door. They feel like this and the third, then he doesn't need to be around you. It's as simple as that. And let me say this. I get that the whole opening the door thing isn't everyone's thing. It's been a thing for me for years. It wasn't so much in my earlier 20s, but once I turned 22, that's when it became a standard, and it has remained a standard since then. Meaning, and this is the difference between a standard and something that you're willing to negotiate, or a suggestion. Like I said, if I'm getting picked up for a first date or whatever, and the man does not get out his car to come around and open the door, guess who's not going on a date? That is a standard. That means this is what I decided, and I stand on that. And it's rare that I've actually had that issue. I've found that across all standards for women, and this is why I say this is our program, not men. Like, when I'm saying I blame women, I'm not saying that in a way to shame women into thinking like, oh my God, it is my fault. It's more so to let you know the power that you have as a woman, because when it comes to getting married, we have the power. When it comes to having children, we have the power. When it comes to something as simple as men opening the car door, we have the power, because I promise you, men desire us more than we desire them. They need us more than we need them. So it's not your fault in the way where you are a victim, or not a victim in the situation where I hope you get what I'm saying. When I say it is your fault or you are the blame, it is not because I want women to feel ashamed of certain decisions, because if you've been here for a while, you know that I have not always made the best decisions in dating. So I'm surely not saying this as a woman who has always chosen like quality men, because again, if you know me, you know that I have not. But what I am saying is, once you realize the power that you have as a woman, it's your show. Like, it's your show, and the men simply have to fall in line. Think about it like this. If every woman today decided, and again, I'm just using the open in the car door thing because I see it like all the time, and it is something that really like bothers me. I was talking to my husband about it the other day, and basically my theory is when I see women driving men around in the relationship, I feel like that relationship is on the backbone of that woman, and the man is taking a passive seat in said relationship. And we can go on a tangent about that later. But back to what I was saying. If women everywhere today decided that opening the car door was required, it was a requirement, almost as if we did not have hands and we could not open the door ourselves, and it was actually a requirement and not a suggestion, what do y'all think would happen? Think about how easy men are. Think about how much they desire us on the simplest level and the highest level. If we made that a requirement, they would have to abide by it. They would have to fall in line, because the only other option is to not be with us. And we, again, men desire us more than we desire them. They need us more than we need them. So if we made that a standard, then men don't have a choice but to fall in line. Another example, cheating. Cheating is not a deal breaker for a lot of women, I realize. And if we made it a deal breaker like it is for most men do not give women a second chance if they cheat. Most of them. Of course, there's going to be some exceptions, but most men do not give women a second chance if they cheat. But most women, a lot of women even believe that cheating is normal. Cheating, all men cheat. A lot of women believe that, and it's completely untrue. But if we made cheating an actual deal breaker in relationships, I guarantee you the stats will go down for the amount of men who are cheating in relationships, because men cheat not because they have the desire to more. They cheat because they know that we're going to forgive them. That's why men cheat. They cheat because we have normalized it, and we have considered, a lot of us have considered cheating to be a part of the up and downs of relationships. But the moment we decide absolutely not, it is a 1000% deal breaker, it would go down significantly. When we set requirements to have access to us, access to our bodies, access to our time, access to our energy, access to sharing a life with us, when we set requirements around that, the men do not have a choice but to fall in line. They quite literally do not have a choice, and they do. So I'm just going to leave it at that, because I can go on and on about this, but I'm excited to be like vlogging again and having more of these conversations on YouTube. I miss going live, but the thing is about live, I don't usually keep them on my page. So when we do have really nice conversations like this, it doesn't stay up on my page. Maybe I will start going live either on TikTok, on YouTube, because I prefer these types of conversations to be an actual conversation and not me just talking. I would rather these conversations be a back and forth where y'all are responding, asking questions, giving your opinion and perspectives on these different things. But if I do go into one of these rooms again tonight, I might like record some of the conversations so you guys can see like what we be talking about in there and how the conversation go. So yeah, if I don't come back tonight though, I will be back tomorrow with whatever we have to do tomorrow. I don't remember what's on my schedule for tomorrow, but I'll either see you in a few talking in a live, or I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's almost 12 p.m. I'm about to head out the house and run a couple of errands, but I wanted to show you what I have on today. I don't remember where I got a lot of this stuff from, but I do remember where I got this bag from. It was a random thrift store that I went to maybe like 4 months ago. It's so cute. And let me show you also, I got this bag from the same thrift store from my future daughter. I love buying her gifts, so I keep this bag in this bag because I got them the same day, but it's so unique. I like that it has structure. And today in Texas, so if you're familiar with Texas weather, it's warm more than it's not. There's a little bit of a breeze, but I think it feels like it's like 80 degrees outside. So that's why I have on long sleeves, but I still have on shorts and I have my toes out. I'm just wearing these like flip-flop little kitten heels. And my toes are black, which my toes haven't been black in a really, really long time, but it's actually like, I want to say it's like my favorite color to wear on my toes, either black or, I don't know, I think I like black the most, but I don't wear it often because I like for my toes and my nails to match each other, and I'm not putting black fingernail polish on my nails. But as you can see, my nails aren't even done right now. But yeah, I have my hair in a bun, just wrapped around and secured with like 2 bobby pins. And yeah, I'm about to, right now we're going to my in-laws house first, and then we're going to do the rest of the things that we have to do today. So I don't know when I'm going to check back in, but I will see you sometime today. Well, this sucks because my camera is dying and both of my batteries are dead, and I left the one that is charged in the house. I just ordered some Mexican food and it'll be out soon. Hopefully the battery is not dead so I can do a taste test on camera. And this is the beef one here.
Is it better than the ones in the other places?
You have to. $2.75 per taco. We have to come back here. The thing is about living in Texas, you get the best authentic, not just Mexican food. There's so many different cultural groups here, and we get really good authentic food, but specifically Mexican food, so good.
Boy, now you make me float.